Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across the Street Magic. In this scene, we will closely follow the scene wherein Maeve has made the acquaintance of one Violet. Goodness knows what her last name is, but Violet. Following a rather torrid discussion over the pack link and a swift escape via the subway, Maeve has pulled out her phone and sent probably more than one text over the course of the conversation, but initially telling Scott that while she can't really keep her head in studies today, she would still very much like to meet him and, hang out or something. And doesn't really explain very well other than that because that would be a lot of typing, and typing is hard on a phone. It's so hard. So she has exited the subway in advance, walked along the street, kind of eyeballing other likely places for future meetups, just in case Chino takes more interest than he's allowed to in her new friend. And upon reaching the park, a brief run-in with Violet that has left Maeve, well, still at Carroll Park. But now she has two little pieces of paper rolled up and stuffed very carefully into her satchel. Uh, and honestly, beyond that, it's probably just a matter of wandering over, plunking back down under that tree with all the bird feeders and what's left of the bird seed that she has kidnapped, and flicking it out for the pigeons to enjoy while she waits to see if Scott does in fact turn up.
Yeah, after a while he will show up with his satchel in tow. Um and he will stroll up to Maeve, give it a little wave. Hey, what's up?
And she will, of course, perk up from her vantage on sitting on the grass, like she does much of the time, and will offer a little wave back as he's wandering her way, and go, "Oh, I mean, not a terrible amount, not a lot,
Oh
just
wait,
enough to
I completely screwed that up. I'm sorry. Diawit.
Oh no,
You
uh,
got, yeah. I know
yeah,
you said you weren't up for studying, but you said practice.
dear what?
There you go. You got this.
As long as I only have to learn one word at a time, I'll be good."
It's all good. It's all good. No, I'm sorry. Go on. What's up?
Yeah. Just and she kind of screws up her brow a little bit, kind of creases it, and glances up and decides to be just flat honest. She goes, "I kind of lost an uncle just, well, a couple days ago now. So it's kind of been pure chaos and trying not to think about stuff a lot. And, well, I don't know if I could focus. You're still kind of comforting to hang out with. So I don't know."
His brow kind of furrows, and he gets a real concerned look on his face, and he takes a seat next to her, and just kind of leans forward, resting his arms on his legs. Gee, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was rough. But well, I mean, there's some complications over where and how he's going to be buried, and there's a lot of duties of his that I'm kind of picking up for myself. And all I've been doing is pretty much just trying to stay busy the whole time. It's it's been a lot.
I guess the families just can't decide on how to best to handle it.
And she nods faintly. his wife passed, well, not too terribly long ago, and she was Greek, and I don't remember exactly where, but was worried back closer to her family. And I mean, he was, well, Irish, essentially, but apparently asked in his living
Oh,
will to be buried, with her and as she was.
see, I'm pretty sure Travis was Greek as well.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with I don't know. Maeve doesn't
Cool.
know better, but he was closer to her side of the family.
Yeah, that's fine.
As far as culture goes, he was Fianna, so she's just subbing that out.
No, it's all good. It's not like he knows.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I know how that can be. It's pretty rough, you know. People just kind of want to grieve and do their own thing, but somebody always thinks they have the best idea.
Yeah, that's kind of been a thing. I mean, if it's what he wanted, then it's what he wanted, and that's fine. It's just it's been kind of like one slap to the face after the other, and I'm kind of running out of reactions for it, I guess.
Whew, yeah, I don't even know how to begin to tell you. Pretty much, it just takes time.
Yeah. I mean, on the bright side, she does seem to be enough out of that zone that it's not like she's getting insanely teary eyed or anything. At least
Mm-hmm.
not for the moment. Meeting up with Violet has cheered her up a little and gotten her mind off of it, at least. And she'll kind of look a little distant and then kind of glance over sideways at him and offer him kind of a sheepish grin and be like, "Sorry, I guess it's kind of awkward to be like, hey, come meet with me so I can talk about dead people."
No. It's no. I mean, no. It's
I'm pretty
fine.
sure it's pretty awkward.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I mean, hey, like I said, we all grieve in our own way. And if you need to talk to some dude who speaks 7 languages, then I'm your man.
It's I mean, I guess meeting people who speak 7 languages in a library is not considered the most normal way of meeting, but you're kind of just refreshingly normal compared to my crazy family. So, yeah, it's just kind of nice to sit with someone who's not completely crazy and just kind of, I don't know, not stress it, not stress all the family politics that are going on. And
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I feel the same way about you. Really, you're breath of fresh air from the normal stuff that I have to deal with. So the this learning sessions at the park, they're a godsend. I can't tell you how much they are.
she grins, of course. Yeah, it has been really nice. Though not gonna lie, Olaf totally tattled on us.
T-
So
to
we're totally gonna have to try to find somewhere else to go sometimes.
wait,
Cause
I mean, wait, tattled on. I mean, who do I have to who do I
I
have to worry
mean,
about? Like,
hopefully you don't have to worry. If you see, I don't know, some oh, this is gonna sound really bad. If you see what looks suspiciously like a Mexican gangbanger following you around, don't worry about it.
what?
Because Chino's a total creep.
Okay, first I'm hanging around Viking biker.
Chino's worse than Olaf. He's more intense than Olaf. Olaf plays it up sometimes, but he's a good guy. Chino plays it up a lot harder because he grew up in the city, he grew up on the streets and all that, and yeah.
This commune of yours gets more interesting every time it comes up.
Yeah, we're just an interesting bunch of people. Hopeless shrug.
Was your uncle part of this commune? And I mean your real uncle, not
My uncle,
not
the
not.
one like over in Ireland, uncle.
Well, oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that uncle.
Yeah, I meant.
Yeah, he lived there with us.
Huh. He wasn't a biker, was he?
Nah, he was apparently he was a pretty well known football player back in his day.
Really?
Yeah.
Like pro or?
I think it was college football. I mean, I don't really pay attention to football, so I'm not sure how big a difference that makes. Like some people seem to get just as crazy over the college football.
Yeah, and you have a smaller window to get big in college, but there's a lot of flash in the pans in college, and then they fizzle out when they make the pros, if they even make the pros.
I mean, did you pay much attention to college football? Would it make any difference if I gave you a name?
I mean, maybe, but it wasn't my biggest priority. I went to NYU, and they don't really do that. So
Yeah.
I never really had that school spirit, attachment to college football.
I mean, I never went to college, so
I mean, I watched the Giants all day.
if you say so.
But
I
what
mean,
was his name?
oh, Travis Moran. Yeah,
And
there's at least one person who looked at him funny.
he kind of him over and he starts nodding like he's about to say, "Oh yeah," but then he just, sorry, nope, not ringing the bell.
It's okay. I mean, I hadn't heard of him either until I, moved out here. So, yeah, kind of shrugs.
Oh, oh wow, you reconnected with him then when you moved into the city.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's been weird. I mean, I grew up, like I said, like way out on Long Island, and I really didn't see much of anyone. I mean, sometimes family was in and out, but there's a lot of family, like a lot of family. So a lot of them I've only ever seen like once or twice. So when they sent me into the city, it's a whole lot of family and friends of the family and just everyone ever. It's a pretty eclectic
And
bunch.
gangbangers.
And yeah, Chino and his gang, his depressingly literal gang.
Does he work in the same business?
Hmm?
Well, you mentioned taking over some duties for your uncle. I imagine
No,
it was a
Chino
family business.
kind of has his own thing going on. I mean, I'm basically Travis. He looked after a lot of the family, like a lot of my family. I mean, took care of them, kept connected with them,
Like a
and
matriarch.
yeah, pretty much. A lot of them in the city, anyways. I'm sure he has ties further out, but thankfully, I've got like this. I mean, I don't know what else to call him, but this really old uncle who has connections with the family overseas. But with Travis gone, I'm kind of trying to fill his shoes and step in with the rest of the family and meet them all and know them all and help take care of them all.
Well, Sounds like he was a heck of a man.
He was. He did a lot of dumb stuff, but everyone does. But I mean, he was a really compassionate guy.
Well, oh, no, never mind. That'd be rude.
What?
I was just gonna ask. I mean, if I could pay my respects to him, the funeral, but it's not my business.
I mean, and she kind of grins. Again, it's kind of the sheepish grin. She goes, I had offered to let you come along. It's just, for all I know, we're going to be traveling with the body out of state. Like, I don't even know where we're going to end up with it. It's going to be weird.
Well, if there's anything I can do, I don't suspect there is much I can do, but
Having you to talk to is worth a lot. Even if it's hard to find much else to slip in and do, it's still worth a lot to have you to talk to.
I'm happy to hear that. You hungry?
And she kind of thinks about it for a second. That obvious face of, have I eaten today? And she'll kind of look over at him and go, I could eat.
Cool. There's this deli around the corner. Just found out.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. They do the whole sandwich thing, but then they got some other stuff. Like they got a ziti. That's pretty good. And I'm a fan of ziti, I got to tell you.
Give it a try. I've been mostly subsisting off of the pity food that, everyone brings after someone dies. Oh, it's been kind of weird.
Lots of potato salad.
So much potato salad.
Lots of potato salad. Some with celery, some without it.
I did not know there were so many kinds of potato salad, but now I know.
Yeah.
The glorious range of potato salad.
I've seen arguments start over their proper potato salad recipe.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, we don't argue with Mom about what's supposed to be in potato salad ever.
In the South, I hear it's chili.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I've heard people go crazy over chili. Like beans or no beans, that might as well be the North and South in the Civil War.
Really?
People have opinions about beans.
Is that like arguing about whether potato salad is supposed to have mustard or not?
What kind of potato salad doesn't have mustard?
I don't know. Have you ever seen like that?
I've never seen that on or off the table. Like mustard is like the constant.
Yeah, some of them are mayo based and don't have mustard.
That's crazy talk.
I wouldn't believe it, but I ate it. It's real. It's a thing. It happened in my life.
That sounds atrocious.
It wasn't that bad. Different. Definitely not proper potato salad, but I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Oh, I get it. It's like a blonde brownie. Like, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It's a thing, but it's not a brownie.
Exactly. No, that's perfect. It says it's potato salad, but we all know it's lying.
God. These charlatans. Potato salad charlatans.
No, Delhi seems like a nice, normal, not mountains of food that have been left at my house option. I could dig this. And she'll finally start to lurch to get herself up and kind of double check her bag as she's doing so to make sure she's not losing those bits of paper. A portion of the roll is probably sticking out from under the flap. It's not like she's got a big old man's satchel. She's just got kind kind of a glorified purse going on.
Well, Scott will stand up when she stands up. And he will actually hold up an arm crooked, like offering her to lock arms.
Oh, and she will do so. Because gosh darn, if I can't use my 3 points of etiquette to accept a crooked arm, what can I do with it? So she'll feed her arm into the crook of his elbow and take up a very kind of prim posture while my husband belches loudly in the background. That seems fine.
And he will say, "I shall escort you to the deli."
And she'll nod very what's the word? Very regally. And make a gesture with her free arm for him to continue. As if she is, of course, allowing this, kind of playing along.
As you wish.
And she won't be able to help but kind of smile infectiously as they away to the deli. And unless you would like to do more and narrate this deli.
No, we can end it there.
All right. Off for lunchies. It's almost like a date, but not quite.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's totally not.
You don't call it a date after they're grieving about their dead uncle. That's just weird.
Of course not. That would be inappropriate. Well, we shall end our scene then on this totally not date, because that would be deeply inappropriate, and say thank you,
He's not
watchers,
taking
for
advantage of
watching.
the
Thank you,
situation
player,
at
for
all.
playing, and we'll see you next time. Of course not. That would be horrible. So thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, player, for playing. You player. And I'll see you next time on the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.
He has no morals.